My name's Amaza, and in this Red Gaming Tech video, I am here with some roundup stuff from 2017, as of course, now that the year is over and a new one has begun, there's going to be a lot of discussion about best-selling games on certain platforms, that sort of stuff. And we have the best-selling games on Amazon's best-selling games list, as well as the top sellers of 2017 on Steam as well. So I thought that would be a lovely juicy little combination to put together. So since Amazon's list is much shorter than that of Steam, because obviously it's Steam and there's a metric butt ton of games on it, let's go through that first, shall we? Now, they did limit this to their 10 best-selling video games in 2017, and what's very impressive is that 7 of them were published by Nintendo. We all knew Nintendo was an absolute tear last year, but I think this shows just how much of a tear, or at least partially shows just how much of a tear. The best-selling game for them in 2017 was Super Mario Odyssey, which of course has gone on to get seemingly countless and boundless praise, and of course lots of awards as well. Not that it doesn't deserve it, it is a very good game. I'm just saying that it has been very, very popular, so I'm not really surprised to see it at the top of this list. Number 2 is also another Switch game, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and so is number 3 with the Switch version of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hardly a surprise there, given that game has also been, getting more praise than a cat on the internet. And the next one is Horizon Zero Dawn, which is also a fantastic game, and it also was one of my games of the year. If you haven't seen one of my Game of the Year video yet, I suggest you do. It's rather good if I do say so myself. And we also have 2 entries after that in 5 and 6 for Call of Duty World War II on PS4 and Xbox One respectively. The next 4 entries, are Nintendo games. So yeah, those were our obligatory non-Nintendo games. The rest are Nintendo games. We have Splatoon 2 at 7, Ultra Sun at number 8, Ultra Moon at number 9, and the Wii U version of Zelda at number 10, which is a bit surprising given that the Wii U is, of course, one of the most famous failure consoles in the history of gaming. But of course, I think plenty of people didn't really want to buy a Switch just for Zelda, or maybe couldn't get hold of a Switch. Of course, they did have numerous availability issues at the release of the console, and they ended up buying it for their Wii U, which obviously is, even if they didn't have it hanging around, is cheaper, and obviously they might have just had it hanging around, so I might as well go for the console that I already have on. Now, in terms of video game items, that includes like accessories and stuff like that, the number 1 and 2 slots both went to PlayStation, being a $20 store gift card and a $10 store gift card for, of course, the PlayStation Store. Not going to go through all of that because it is just like controllers and uninteresting stuff, but Super Mario Odyssey is the best-selling game on Amazon. Not exactly a small feat, so big congrats to Nintendo. It's not exactly a small feat either to have 7 of your games on that list, so congrats. Very well deserved indeed. But let's move on to Steam, shall we? Now, before I go anywhere, I just want to say that this is the games measured by gross revenue. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them because there is 100 games on this list. Yeah, that's pretty insane. But I am going to give you the cliff notes, and of course I will include a link in the description below so you can see it yourself. Basically, I'm going to go through the platinum, gold, and silver entries, but not the bronze, which is obviously the main meat of this particular list, shall we say. So the platinum is obviously the best sellers by gross revenue again. We've got H1Z1, Dota 2, Witcher 3, Counter-Strike, PUBG, Divinity Original Sin 2, Warframe, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Ark Survival Evolved, GTA 5, and Ghost Recon Wildlands. I must say I'm a bit surprised to see Ghost Recon there because, well, that was not well received at all. But I do find it interesting that we have 2 free-to-play games in the Platinum category. Now, Dota 2 is hardly surprising, but well done to Warframe. It is actually a really, really good game. I mean, honestly, I would recommend Warframe any day of the week to anyone who likes to sort of looter shooter because it is just fun. It's just great fun, and it's one of the best free-to-play games in terms of how they've done the economy and the fairness of it all that I've personally played. So, go give Warframe a shot if you haven't already. Next up is Gold. We've got Total War Warhammer, For Honor, Call of Duty World War II, Elder Scrolls Online, Assassin's Creed Origins, Fallout 4, Shadow of War, Civilization 6, Dark Souls 3, Nier Automata, Stellaris, and Arma 3. Can't really argue with any of them there. For Honor, I'm again surprised to see it there, given that it wasn't that well received, and there's obviously a fair amount of controversy surrounding that game, given how it did certain things, but all the rest of the games there, I'm not really surprised. Nier, amazing, Dark Souls 3, amazing, Assassin's Creed, really, really good. Best Assassin's Creed in years. You know, Fallout 4, you know, it's Fallout. So nothing to really argue out there. I can't really comment on Call of Duty World War II because it couldn't be less my sort of game if it tried. So the final category that I'm actually going to go through all of, excuse me, that was really poor wording on my part. We have XCOM 2, Rust, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Jungle Inferno, War Thunder, LA Resistance, Conan Exiles, Cuphead, Cities Skylines, Euro Truck Simulator 2, Path of Exile, Total Warhammer 2, Black Desert Online, Planet Coaster, Sniper Elite 4, Resident Evil 7, and Dead by Daylight. Again, really, really good games there. Some I haven't played, like Black Desert, Euro Truck, etc. But I've played a decent chunk of the ones there, and I can't really disagree with, you know, Cuphead, City Skylines, Planet Coaster, Resident Evil 7, obviously, I already said City Skylines, excuse me, Path of Exile, XCOM 2. There's really very little to argue with there, and it's nice to see these good games being rewarded with, well, lots of sales and all that goodness. So, I will give you just a few from the bronze category, just to kind of give you a sampling before I close out the video. We've got Darkest Dungeon, excellent. Shadow of Mordor, also excellent. Hellblade, yes. Dishonored 2, Hollow Knight, Doom, Tekken 7, Watch Dogs 2, Oxygen not included, Wolfenstein 2, The Hunter, Call of the Wild, 7 Days to Die, Terraria, and Stardew Valley. Just a few in the bronze category. And, you know, it being in the bronze category, you know, while it's bronze, it's like, hey, you made it to the top 100 best-selling games on Steam by gross revenue. Not exactly easy to pull off, given the absolute ocean of games that come out on Steam on a monthly basis. And obviously the insane amount of competition we've had in this year alone. Obviously, this isn't only relegated to games that came out this year as well. So, you not only were competing with the amazing repertoire of games that came out in 2017, but obviously you're competing with, you know, stuff like, hey, this game's really cheap and it's on sale and I saw it on that Twitch users channel the other week, I'm going to go buy it, that sort of stuff. So yeah, congrats to all these games, can't really argue. Not really shocked to see, you know, Witcher 3 and PUBG and so on in the top. You know, PUBG has gone on to make literally all the money in the universe, so I'm not shocked at all to see it there. And pretty much every game there, I can't really argue with. It's like, yeah, okay. As I said, the link will be in the description below if you want to go check out all of the games. I have gone through them all except the bronze category, as already said. So if you want to see for yourself what else is there, perhaps your game of the year, perhaps I didn't mention it, it might be there. You never know. Thank you very much for watching though, guys. Your support is always appreciated. Do remember to check us out on Patreon. Even if you don't end up throwing us $1 or what have you, do know your support is always appreciated. Without you guys watching, liking and all that good stuff, we would just not be here doing what we do. So again, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.